Hello, everybody. What's up? I'm Lawrence. This is Ruben. That's Chris.
Hey.
And this is our 2,000 subscriber special. It has been a long time coming. We've worked hard, I think, right?
Yeah, relatively speaking.
All right. Relatively speaking. So it brings me great pleasure to introduce to you our guests for this special. We have Richard Carrier. Richard, say hello.
Hello.
All right, we have David Fitzgerald.
Woohoo!
And the Godless engineer. Oh yeah, you guys might want to turn down.
Yeah.
What up?
You guys might want to turn down our stream. Yeah, because there's reverb. Yeah.
There we go.
What?
Easy fix.
Great.
We've got chat going too.
And we got some chat going
We
too.
got some chat going. Who's in the chat? All right, fantastic.
All right, we got a
Hello,
congratulations and a hi.
All right.
All right.
Excellent.
Great. All right, so for today's special, we are going to be playing a biblical drinking game. And this was something I must have been drunk when I thought up of it.
Yeah.
Up of it. I can't talk. I must be,
You must be
I must
drunk.
be already hammered.
Yeah, man.
All right, we are going to be reading through Genesis chapters 5 through 7, and we are going to take a drink every time we read the word God.
Yep.
And hopefully you don't reread it.
Hopefully
You don't stumble over the words and have to read and Lord God and just have to keep drinking it over and over again.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna try to not do that.
We're gonna cut that as a mole.
We'll call that as a mole.
Yeah.
Okay. So one drink per God in order. It doesn't matter if we reread stuff. All right.
I gotta show everybody my shirt though.
Oh yeah. Oh, Richard's got his shirt. All right.
Oh, that's right. Take Richard, say some stuff and it'll show up. There you go.
Yeah, it's I got it at Ken Ham's Ark Adventure.
Nice.
Where I totally made out with my girlfriend in the bow. But
Nice.
I got this shirt and you notice it actually has the verses. It says Genesis and the verses we're doing.
Oh,
cool.
perfect.
That's
Oh,
great.
That's great.
Yeah, and it's God's perfect builder, Noah's Ark, shipbuilders. So I can be a proud member of the Noah's Ark shipbuilding crew, even though dead for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I thought I would wear that in honor of this. So here we are.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Awesome. Great.
Excellent.
All right. So
First off, we gotta mention our drinks.
Yes. First off, we gotta mention our drinks. So today, the crew. Well, not the crew. I guess just me and Chris, because Ruben has some stuff to go to later and doesn't want to get too sloshed. So Chris and I are drinking rum.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan, my favorite. Alright, and then Ruben, you know more about your beer than I do. What you got, Ruben?
I've got Guinness Stout.
Breakfast of Champions.
Breakfast Champions. Always gotta get your breakfast beer in.
Alright, I'm gonna pour myself a good amount because I'm gonna need it.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
If I could drink
lot of
any
rum.
beer,
It would be stout.
be stout probably.
Why? What's so cool about it?
It looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah, isn't that all that's important?
Yeah, in the end, that's all that's important.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got a pretty close amount to you there.
Alright. I still think I should have had breakfast before doing this.
I
But
told you there's that pizza man.
I know, there was that pizza. Alright, fantastic. So, let's just jump right into it, I guess.
Let's get started. Anyone following along at home, this is still the King James Version. Alright. Genesis chapter 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God drank created man in the likeness of God.
God
Oh man, this is gonna suck.
See, I knew it. We should have gotten like something else.
Made he him.
If things go down really bad, I've still got that wine.
Yeah.
If things go downhill real fast, we still got
Still got wine galore, so.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, just describing, the generations,
The generations.
all the begats, the introduction to all the begats.
There's gonna be so many begats.
So, we're here, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just read the first verse, Chris. Good job.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be like, duh, Lawrence. I mean, come on.
Exciting stuff.
Riveting.
Line
writing.
1, drunk.
Okay. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and begat a son in his own likeness after his image, and he called his name Seth.
So what I'm confused about, it says here Adam lived 130 years. Is this 130 years after creation? Because supposedly Adam lived way longer than that.
Okay, so when
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it when you're reading the Old Testament.
But they did mention that at least 5 generations passed since Cain founded a city.
Right. But this,
This is totally different lineage.
This is just a different lineage. So they're going back
Great.
and describing
This
it.
is why I shouldn't look into it too much. You're right, David.
Because he founded a city, but he actually went to the land of Nod, where apparently there were all these other people there already. How that works, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Must have been aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens, ancient aliens.
Really?
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Ancient aliens.
It was aliens, guys.
What's that, John? Yeah.
Alright. And the days of Adam after he begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. So,
Okay.
So
Adam
so-
lives a
so it is
total of
930
930 years.
All right,
Got it.
so they are,
Sounds legit.
they're trying to be consistent about that at least.
Yeah.
Good.
And the next line says, and all the days that Adam lived were 930 years.
Thanks for addition.
Yeah.
See, it all works out.
Yeah.
Well, does it seem like to anybody else that this is like a child recounting that has no real concept of time? It's like, well, how long did Dad live? Oh, 300 years.
Yeah.
A billion years.
Yeah.
I think that it's funny that it's restated. In some ways, it sounds like somebody's kind of drunk already when they're writing this, because they're just like, he lived 930 years and not any longer than 930 years. Okay?
To the day.
To the day. You know, like,
Hey,
all right.
Chris,
What's up?
for our analytics, how many people are watching right now?
I should take a quick look, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Oh man, we got 11 right now. That's pretty good.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah. Excellent.
Looks like it's growing. We got some comments coming up. I think we're gonna get really screwed up with. I agree with the comment for sure.
I did mention that I would have preferred to do it on every begat.
No,
Oh, no.
he would have preferred us drink the bottle straight. Just,
Yeah.
just go at it. Yeah. All right.
All right. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of
Of course
Seth...
he did.
Yeah. Wow. Or 912 years, and he died. And...
Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. And Enos lived after he begat Canaan 815 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years and begat Mahalaleel. And Canaan lived...
Mahalo.
Yeah. After he begat Mahalalel 840 years, and begat sons and daughters, and all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died, and I... Chris,
why don't... Chris, where are we here? I just see this part, right?
We're I think, right here. It all looks the same.
No, man, you passed up.
Oh, no.
You passed up Elijah a while ago. You definitely passed here.
No, because he's brought up here first, and...
Where? Point out to where? Oh, I see,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so...
you're right.
Right here. Why don't you take
no.
over reading?
This is going to be a long day.
It is. It might be an hour and a half. This is my guess. It might be an hour and 40 or 2 hours.
We got the story of Noah coming up today.
Man.
This might be...
We haven't even... I can't even imagine how we would analyze this part, honestly.
Yeah.
Other than as, like, what it is.
I have one analysis for it.
What's that?
So they, instead of going through a chronological order, they kind of tell one story, then go back to the same time, and then tell another story. It's not written in like a narrative form. It's written in like maybe a document.
Dothrakis around the campfire at night.
Sure,
Like
I could buy that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh, they're written like because these are some of the only books I read. They're written like Captain Johnson's A General History of the Pirates.
I have an apt comparison that nobody else is ever gonna make. Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they all sound like Magic the Gathering cards, and their lore is totally convoluted. They break their own stories, they break time consistently, and they don't really... They're like, oh, let's start from this perspective now.
I like my pirate one better.
I mean, your pirate one's better, but, like, at least these names just sound like Magic cards. Like, Mahali Lahi? Seriously, that's a legendary creature, I bet. Come on. Alright, moving on. So, Jaharid lived after he begat Enoch 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Jaharid were 962 years. What is... Okay.
960 and 2.
Yeah, the phrasing. And he died. Oh, good. All right.
I'm glad he died.
I don't feel like these people's lives should be boiled down to just this. You lived this long and died. This is like an obituary of like a family or like a family tree here. Yeah. The Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. Is that right?
Methuselah.
Oh, Methuselah. I should be able to say that. Come on. I'm not that drunk.
Show up.
Yeah.
Right? Well, and Enoch walked with God after he begat
Oh,
Methuselah.
Oh, that.
Oh, what's up?
God.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Good call. Good catch. Ugh. Let that sit in for 2 seconds.
You want some help,
All right,
Chris?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I had a bowl of cereal. I'm fine. All right. And all the days that Enoch were 365. Yeah, 365 years. Gotta get that and in. And Enoch walked with God.
Drake.
Oh, God.
Oh, did he now?
And he was not, for God took him.
Screw you, Bible.
Well, that's a really interesting part because he doesn't die. He's like the first person who ascends.
Oh, Enoch. Isn't he the guy the city's named after?
If there's a city named
Was it?
Enoch.
Yeah.
In the last chapter.
Yeah, were we talking about a city named Enoch?
Yeah, it's like this is Cain's kid.
Well, let me see.
I'm certain of it. Am I right?
And the name of the city
Enoch.
was Enoch. Yeah. Yeah. So, same thing.
Alright, I took 3 drinks on my read. Would you like to read some more? I don't see as many gods coming up. You'll have fun.
I feel like you're lying to me, but
No, I got all three. They were nicely clustered
we're
there.
at Methuselah 25.
Yeah.
Okay. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begat Lamech.
Lamech.
That's another
The guy with the two
Yeah.
wives.
Yeah, that's the guy with the two wives that killed,
That killed some dudes.
he killed more people than Cain, so
And-
he felt like.
And he was lamenting to his two wives about it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was great.
And he's
and I'm like,
yeah.
you're not punished, and you have two wives. This is just you complaining about it. Last chapter. It was pretty funny though.
And Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years and begat sons and daughters. Great. Good for him.
Good job. Woo!
And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died.
Oh, and he died. He didn't get to go to heaven, guys. See, he just died.
Well, hell hasn't really been described yet.
You're right.
At all.
Nothing
Yeah.
about
Or envisioned, yeah.
or an
No.
afterlife, really.
Yeah, it really.
Yeah.
The only
Right.
distinction they make is that there are souls and then there are people, but it doesn't talk about any of that other stuff
Whales.
that happened. Whales also.
Specifically, a joke we have is that whales are very much mentioned.
Yes.
As a, like, God named them already. Pre-Adam naming them. So they must be important.
Seriously, they're God's favorite right there.
God's favorite
Well, that's why we
animal.
need to save the whales, guys. Come on.
That's right. Jesus saved the whales.
Oh, and he begat a son. Yeah, I read that. And he called his name Noah.
We're finally to a part of significance.
Yes.
Saying, "This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed."
Do we consider
What?
Lord God?
No.
No.
I guess we have to, right?
Yeah, we have to. There
We'd also
are
die.
so many names.
Come on! Come on. I think when they say the Lord, maybe they mean
When
God.
capital
Mhm.
Lord.
It's capital. Is it all caps?
All
It's
caps.
capital.
Jeez, man, that's emphasized.
Why did I have this idea? All right. Immediate regret.
Well, there's masochism. That's one reason.
That's one reason.
Alright, moving on.
So wait, what the hell does that mean? This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed. Oh, I think since
Talk about Noah, right?
yeah, but it looks like he called his name Noah, saying, so Lamech said this. Lamech said, "This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed."
I'm guessing, I don't know this for a fact, but if we broke down the meanings of all these names that we've heard, they'd all be incredibly symbolic and meaningful, and Noah means something like comfort, is my working theory on that one.
The Bible is mind control, according to one of the comments.
Obviously.
Agreed.
Does anyone else have any ideas? Because this is
He cursed the ground because it's not Eden. And this is just Lamech reminding his kid Noah, the ground sucks. There's weeds on it and stuff, because God said it wasn't going to be perfect for you.
Because he did what the snake said.
Yeah.
Said.
That's right. You listen to the long dragon or the snake with legs.
Everybody likes a snake better.
Tim Ham's Creation Museum has a whole wing dedicated to proving that dragons still exist.
really.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard.
Science!
Yeah. They have like a newspaper article on the wall that's from the 1800s, and it's a story about these cowboys that supposedly in like the Old West fought a dragon somewhere, and they said, "See, look, dragons were still around at least up till the 19th century." So, and of course, dragons means dinosaurs. It's just like dinosaurs never died out; they're just still around.
Cute Hamilton.
Recently, like.
Hold on, quick question, Richard.
He's adorable.
Richard, quick question. Are dinosaurs a kind?
Our dinosaurs are kind.
No, there are different. There are some kinds.
There's some kind?
About.
Yes.
They're
100,000 core kinds.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Yeah, I took a photo of it. I don't remember the number, but it was a high number. And all the animals, all the species today are micro-evolved from those kinds.
Micro-evolved.
Yeah, microevolution. That's their whole thing.
Dude, they can't even come up with a theory without incorporating the theory they're fighting against. Come on, that's sad.
Hey, that sounds accurate, and I'll blindly accept
Oh yeah, let's all go blindly follow that now. It's more believable now. Alright, moving on.
Yes. And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years. Whoa, that's weird. Isn't that supposed to be God's number?
777?
Yeah, isn't that supposed to be God's number?
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's almost as if it's all allegorical and not actual in any way.
Exactly. Almost. Isn't it?
Well, I mean, 7 is a pretty prophetic number in the Bible in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do throw around a lot of numbers after reading this off. There's so many numbers that I'm sure you could find significance in most of them.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure
If you really felt like digging.
if you're into numerology,
Yeah.
then this is like a gold mine.
Well, no, what I'm talking about is in the Bible, there's certain numbers that
Yeah.
they feel are prophetic, and so you
Right.
see them replayed throughout the entire Bible.
And I'm
7
not-
is one
yeah.
of them, 40 is one.
12, yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that's not true. That's totally true. I'm just saying that, there's also a lot of useless numbers in the Bible, but they do repeat themes, definitely. Yeah.
But
Richard, what were you
also
saying?
The manuscripts have possibly become corrupted over the time, so those numbers might not even be the original ones. The
Exactly.
others in there.
Some of them might be pretty badly off.
Right, and in addition to that, like if you have so many numbers, like you're pointing out before, like coincidences are inevitable because you're going to have all these random numbers. Even if they were totally random, you're going to find like supposedly significant numbers.
Yeah.
When you have like a huge stream of just numbers like this.
No, but there's still some themes, I think, through numerology that they meant to show in some ways. I think it was anticipated that was like a pagan part mixed into the Bible in some ways. So definitely that exists as well. Yeah. All right, we got to keep going
realize
with
that
this.
we're gonna have to read through numbers eventually.
Does that really disappoint you that bad?
I think it'd be fun going through like Deuteronomy and Leviticus, though.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'll be
It
fun.
will be. All right.
We're going to need more alcohol.
Yeah. And all the days of Lamech. Oh, I already read that. And Noah was 500 years old. I like how there's this transition. It just seems like he was born 500 years old. Like, if you don't think about it too hard, it's just like, wow, Noah was already 500 years old. And Noah begat Shem, Ham, and... oh, crap.
Japheth.
Jephthah? No, that's not Jephthah. Jephthah is a different guy, right?
All right, this is a different guy.
Okay, so this is Japheth. Like Geppetto.
That's a hard one.
Japheth?
Japheth, is that it?
Hey, that's the guy that burns his daughter later because he makes a pact with God.
I thought
That's
that
Jephthah.
was Jephthah. Is this the same guy?
I'm not sure.
That's in Book of Judges. That's way down the line.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, it is. I just felt like bringing up the guy that burns his daughter.
Good.
Good, that's classic.
I love it.
Classic Godless.
Well, if you were off waging war and you just came home, you'd probably want to burn a few of your kids too.
It seems if you live for a couple hundred years, you're gonna have a lot of them. So
Yeah.
what's a few?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, and you guys, also viewers, make sure you share this link. Make sure you share the stream. Make sure people are watching. That's it. That's all I have to say.
How many
Oh,
viewers are we at?
We
right
got
now?
about 12 right now.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
And we've been fluctuating with comments. It's pretty good.
Alright. That's all good. All good. Alright. Oh, and for any possible super chats, we have some good
Animations. Yeah,
for you.
we made a ton of unique animations and sound effects that'll pop up if anybody bothers to donate. So, give us a super chat, give it a go, roll the die. There'll be a bunch of random ones. So
And
it'll be
I think they're great.
I like them. Spent a couple hours on it. It'd be pretty fun to see what they do.
All right. Chapter 6.
Genesis 6. This is a fun one.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God drank...
Up, God, everybody.
That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them...
But wait, guys, I thought Jesus was the only begotten Son of God.
Oh, yeah, obviously. This must be a mistranslation.
Yeah, obviously. This is heresy.
King James got it all wrong, guys.
And the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. So basically, a bunch of dudes just
that
picked
they went
ones.
into them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the right idea. Oh, that's great. And
And the Lord.
the Lord.
The Lord!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know, yeah.
Horace, I think I've been drinking way faster than you.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're drinking more.
The
Okay.
spirit moving you.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
the spirits possess me. I mean, because drinks and spirits.
The spirits possess. That's good. I like
Thank
it.
you, yeah.
Alright. And the Lord said, "My
Drink.
No, that's
you
the
reread it.
Sorry.
no, we didn't count that. We didn't count rereading.
Is that
Yeah.
two lords in a row?
No, we're not counting rereading.
You reread it.
That's not how it
We're
works.
take
not
that one
counting
back.
we read it, you're eating.
No,
I
'cause-
said that at the beginning. He has beer. Let him do what he wants.
I'd be
He
dead.
can have the beer if he wants the beer.
I'm
This
gonna
is
get-
punishment. This is probably fine for him.
I'm gonna get so much alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
And
Hold me first.
yep, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Interesting. So, his spirit shall not always strive with man. All right.
This is some
So
deep,
basically,
deep
after
medical-
120 years, God hates us?
Pretty much.
Is this
is
is this arbitrary? Or was he like plotting this the whole time in secret, and this is like the first we get to know about it?
Has anyone lived past 120 years in
I mean-
recorded history?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Reality?
Yeah, I
Wow.
think the
Yeah,
oldest...
some Russians in Chechnya, I'm sure.
There was this one French woman who lived to be like 122 or something.
Yeah.
At least.
And there's all that stuff about like legendary Chinese people who live to be like 500 years old.
Yeah.
But I think it was
Oh,
just.
that's bullshit.
Well, here's the thing. Commonly, they use their last names first in Asian cultures, and so if you didn't use your first name, which is what you would use last, you just ignored that, you could be the same guy. And if you looked enough like your dad, you could just keep being him. I think they did that a lot.
That's
I think they did that a ton.
bit of a mistake. They should not have done that.
Well, it makes it look like you live 500 years and you're some legendary warrior, and you're just like, all right, dude, yeah. It's a good ploy. It's worth doing. I theorize people did that.
Yeah, it's worth. Alright. Okay, there were giants.
All the Mesopotamian kings tend to live for jillions and jillions of years, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And immortal pharaohs and the immortal god emperor of mankind.
Pharaohs keep
Warhammer 40k reference for you folks.
Yeah.
Pharaohs keep ruling after death too. They're still seen as leaders
That's
of the
true.
nation.
Isn't it like that in North Korea?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
I made a video about this. It's
Yes.
called Necrocracy, and
Yeah.
I actually mentioned this. So right now, North Korea is the only nation that officially recognizes dead people in their government. So they really are a necrocracy.
Yeah, like
Can't spell necrocracy without croc.
that's true.
Yeah. Alright, so there were giants in the earth in those days. Yeah, those days.
Those giants. I like how they say in those days, obviously saying that this was written much later when there were no giants.
Yeah. And also
I'm sure
after
Kim Ham would have something to say about that.
I get where that band is from now. Their name, There May Be Giants. We're not really sure.
And also after that, when the sons of God drink.
Oh boy.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna need a refill here, buddy.
Here, take the rope.
Oh yeah.
Keep reading.
All right. Came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
Oh, no.
So, like, these superheroes, right? They show up because, like, these superhuman or extra dimensional or super angelic day whatevers start breeding with humans.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
How did I not get any of that?
Nephilim.
Yeah, the
The
Nephilim.
Nephilims from Diablo 3?
No, that's just from regular
Or
mythology.
just regular Diablo, you're right. Sorry.
That's just from regular mythology.
I love how much games blatantly take from this.
Yeah,
it's
they do.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I mean,
because
it's
I'm an expert in lore on games, and this is just like blatant. It's unforgivable because they have cutscenes, and I'm like, oh, it sounds kind of biblical. It is. It almost always is. Right.
So, these special Nephilim parents, it's interesting.
No, the Nephilims are the kids. Nephilims are
Yeah,
children.
the parents of the Nephilim.
Okay.
It establishes that human beings and whatever they're breeding with are the same kind, right? Because otherwise they couldn't breed.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm missing something. Say that again?
Well, since human beings and whatever angels or whatever they're breeding with to make these Nephilim can breed, then they must be the same kind.
Because things will only reproduce according to their kind.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So angels are also built in God's image.
No. Look, angels are magical. They can do anything.
They're magical. Oh wait, we forgot.
Obviously.
Sorry, I'm trying to place
Come on, science. This is basic stuff.
Listen, guys, I'm with Rick on this. We do not need to bring any kind of logic or rational thinking into this. I mean, you just got to blindly accept that angels port with human women and produce whatever kind of.
Oh man.
These magical
Absolutely.
people down from the sky with their magical penises and magically impregnated human women.
I think that's exactly what happened, guys.
Oh, Richard, that's great.
Absolutely.
I mean, how more magical could a penis be, really?
Not much more than that.
Just 1 degree of separation from God, right? The sons of God.
That's right.
Can you imagine the pickup lines though? Hey girl.
Sky penis.
Listen, my penis is wonders.
Those days.
Oh yeah, back in those days.
Oh man.
All right, and God drank.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
It's all starting to taste the same.
You're drinking the same
Bible or
thing,
your
Chris.
alcohol?
My mouth and and what I'm drinking.
Every time I burp, I taste rum.
Exactly. I'm already always tasting it, so it's not. It seems like it's not a big deal anymore.
Good job.
Thanks.
Why do I have a feeling this is how most major religions begin?
A bunch of guys drinking and talking about some other nonsense. Yeah, probably.
I can see it. Saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
shit.
That's a lot of evil.
Yeah.
That is so much evil.
So what's that evil now?
God saw that everything we did, everything we thought was evil.
Wow.
Every
So
single...
God is chick tracks, basically.
Yeah, and now God has to...
How is that possible? He made us
His
in
image.
his image. Is he just a total douche?
Yes.
You're right. The rest of this book will probably tell us more about how he's a total douche. Alright.
I'm so glad I'm not driving anywhere after this.
Yeah. You also live like a few blocks away.
I'll
If you
walk
really
fast.
had to walk home, Lawrence.
Well, it might be because this is presumably the lineage of Cain, right?
No, this is the lineage of... Well, actually, we don't know...
Cain got bred into this lineage. You see his offspring several times in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
because... Yeah.
So I think because of that, everybody but like Noah for some reason and his kids are terrible people.
Yeah.
I guess.
Apparently Noah's the
Terrible.
only reasonably good guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then God's gonna click the, he's gonna highlight everybody except Noah and drag him over to the waste bin. That's what he's gonna do next.
Pretty much.
Darn that free will. Why did I even bother making
Yeah,
it?
what's up with that?
Screw that.
Well, you have the free will to die in a giant flood. Good luck.
Well, also, they haven't
Jeez,
mentioned free will
They have
at
not.
all
They
in the
have not.
Bible. Like,
I don't recall them...
Yeah, people are dicks out of the jar. Yeah.
and it repented the Lord
Oh, the
during...
Lord, the Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Mm.
You know what? Tastes like water now. That's
Yeah.
bad. That's bad. That's a bad sign.
It's like a
You're gonna
reverse
be
miracle.
okay.
Doesn't taste like water to me.
I turned the alcohol into water.
It tastes like heaven. That's what it tastes like.
Wow, so you're the Antichrist, huh?
I got the horns today. Yeah, a little, popping up a little bit.
They'll turn it into pee later.
Alright. It repented
But
the
then what
Lord that he
happens
made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So, God is just like, I'm sorry.
Why did I do this?
It's like, man, now I feel so bad that I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. And the Lord...
Oh, man.
I hate myself.
It's...
And then he said, I know how to fix this.
Yeah. Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have
There we
created
go.
from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air.
See, he always
No,
mentions
the creeping
the
things,
creeping
too.
things. See, yeah, David, I bring this up. They always bring up the creeping things, which
Yeah.
are not snakes anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No.
No.
That privilege got taken away.
Yeah, just...
You know, but he's not going to kill the whales. He's
No.
going to save the whales.
I
guess.
say when the world flooded, that was because the whales are truly the chosen.
That's right.
That's
Whale's
right.
going to get out of this just fine.
They're fine.
Well, I mean, blue whales, like the big guy on campus.
Wait a second. Say, speaking of that, did Kim Ham ever explain how all the marine dinosaurs got killed in the flood?
They breed
I
too
don't know,
much.
I'll bet there's a plaque on it somewhere.
Going by his going by his textbook that he penned, he
Yeah.
says that dinosaurs were killed off by human hunting. So my guess is that there'd be some similar kind of thing like whaling, but for the sea dinosaurs or sea creatures or whatnot.
Well, that just makes sense. Yeah, we put it that way. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt. Continue.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
I often wonder what happened to a lot of the stuff they don't really account for. Those poor sea animals, how did they drown? That doesn't really make sense. Those dinosaurs couldn't have died off that way.
They were fished to death.
They were
Yeah.
They drowned in the air. There was too much air where there was water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Fukushima.
See, the world flooded, which means there wasn't enough water in the ocean.
Shut up, Chris.
Dude, again, I'm just messing with you. There's no way you can put logic on this.
I think
What
that
about
guy in the
what about those
background.
sinful human babies? Well, you gotta be really evil to kill all the babies too.
Yeah.
And the kittens. Don't forget the kittens.
Oh, evil kittens.
Those evil kittens.
Evil kittens.
Ah, man, those are
They only think and do evil things.
I'm sure there's
has evil?
You know,
Mass
What's that?
murder of puppies.
Yes.
Well, God is also a mass murderer of puppies. The cute little.
Yeah.
that's
little-
true.
Yeah.
the cute little evil kittens.
Yep. It grieved him to make them.
Yeah.
You know,
And
if
all
the audience
Bambies,
notices,
all the Bambies.
Yeah. And pretty much everything in Australia.
pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
You know, if the audience notices, there's this guy over there.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the green screen that's laughing at
He's
Chris.
right down here. Look at that.
He's pointing and
He's
laughing.
pointing and laughing. It's great.
Oh.
Noah's like, I got this axe. I'm gonna make this big ark, and these guys are in the background just like, you stupid. I mean, did they mention that in here that he was?
There's a guy laughing.
That there were people making fun of him.
Oh, well, we'll
find
get
out.
to that.
All right.
Yep.
There's like 80 gods before that, though.
Oh yeah, there is.
Lawrence, looking kind of low here. Let me help you out, buddy. Look how far we've made it down this bottle so
But
far.
I should have gotten more.
You
Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Drink.
Oh, goody,
Hold
goody.
on. Go fuck yourself, Ruben. Noah found what and what now?
Some Lord stuff.
He found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
What's she doing in there?
I don't know.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm starting to feel it, guys.
Well, that's good. I'm just gonna shake you a lot,
hate
and
you
that'll
so
make you
much.
feel even better.
I hate you so much right now.
All right.
I'm getting to that point where I'm kind of quiet drunk.
Oh.
Shut up, Chris.
I'll just have to get you loud drunk.
Oh no.
These are the generations of Noah.
Great.
Noah was a just man and perfect in
Oh!
his generations.
He was
Wow.
perfect. Okay.
And Noah walked with God. Drink.
Okay, well, yeah, he's perfect until, he flashes his sons, and then it's like, sort of screw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Noah and Enoch, so far,
If he
the
was
two people who have
perfect,
walked with
shouldn't he flash his sons perfectly?
Wait, when did Enoch walk with God?
God. Enoch, it said in the previous chapter, Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Enoch walked
Gotcha.
with God. And yeah.
Adam and Eve, they heard the spirit of God
Walking.
walking.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Go on.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, that was
no, that was a
we
different
were
thing.
talking about something that we talked about before. We weren't reading from the text.
Whatever.
But
But you
please,
guys are a shot ahead now. So.
feel free to get smashed.
Yeah,
Killing us.
we're already drunk, so it's good. If you want to get drunk too, please drink along. Let's see. Where are we at?
And Noah begat
Oh.
3 sons, Shem, Ham, and...
No more begatting. No.
Yeah. The earth was also corrupt before God. Drink.
Uh, I hope I die tonight.
And the earth was filled with violence. Wow. Sound familiar?
Now?
All of human history?
Yes.
All of human history where it had violence in it.
Well, I mean, it's really convenient, right? Because then you can always make the comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting some Mountain Dew.
All right.
Ugh, fuck, man.
Are you
It's starting to
okay?
hit me.
Really? Because, like, I drank
Lawrence,
2 of mine.
if you need a bucket, there's probably one
Oh dear.
somewhere.
I will drink until I puke before I puke. Because
Okay.
that makes sense, right?
I'll be
Yeah.
back. I'll be fine.
Alright, Lawrence will return in a moment.
I suppose.
How long is a moment?
This is a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
Oxford
Only
English
done for the
Dictionary.
Lord is like 1,000 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
At least. Lawrence is gonna be gone for a long time.
1,000
Holy
years.
But he'll be back any day, any minute.
shit. Yeah.
We just have to have faith, guys. Lawrence is coming. This isn't waiting for Godot.
Is coming. Soon and very soon.
Yes, it was revealed to an old man. He hallucinated all these things and he saw Lawrence.
That's right. The man next to the steam vents filled with carbon monoxide said, Lawrence shall return, and half he has. I mean, that's not good phrasing.
Well, now that guy is the most credible person, huh?
Yeah, he's
You know
the
what
most
else?
credible guy.
You know what else I need? Just to make sure I don't die, I'm gonna go grab a piece of pizza.
Wow.
Jesus, man.
You know,
You
now
could have done both.
now we
You're
have
right by each other. You're so drunk, aren't you?
I'm not so drunk.
Just
I'm
go-
just mostly drunk.
Straight up. Stop justifying yourself.
So now we're waiting on the second coming. of
The
Lawrence.
second coming of Lawrence.
Oh,
Something tells me this was a bad idea.
yeah, I'm beginning to see a downside myself.
Well, define bad.
I'm good, guys. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Lawrence's life goals are die, so we're okay. Don't worry about
got
him. Those are his
He'll
life
be just
goals.
Alright.
Some very achievable ones, I may add.
And the earth was filled with violence, and God.
Right?
Didn't
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought we got that one.
Mm-mm.
You're right. They're right next to each other.
So they're the same verse, almost the same verse right next to each other.
Yeah. Looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And God.
I feel like I just switched to beer. Fuck.
I'm the one who can drink more than you. Give me that.
I'm taking a beer.
I understand.
Even though it's shitty dark beer, but I'll take a beer.
So the only one who's going to be dying here probably is me, guys.
Ah,
But that's okay. I think that's hilarious either way.
I drank a
Yeah.
lot really fast. That was my problem. Whatever.
Yeah, I also
Didn't have
did.
a choice.
But
Well,
that's
this
not
was your
not a
idea,
problem. Let's go.
Lawrence.
Not a problem. Let's
That
go.
was my
Alright.
idea.
Said unto Noah.
Hold on. I'm half smashed. You do this.
Good God.
You can't.
I'm
open the
gonna
bottle.
read.
I never
These-
used one of those things.
These poor kids, they've never had alcohol before. I haven't drunk in like 2 months, and I'm holding this just fine. Come on.
We're here.
All right, thanks. All right, for all flesh had
No,
corrupted.
we're here.
Well, then point better.
I pointed directly at it.
Your fat fingers point to 6 things.
You're just
I think their
blind.
flesh is corrupted.
I think
Yeah.
the flesh is corrupted.
Yeah.
That makes me think they have leprosy. Your flesh is corrupted.
We
It's
do have
falling
leprosy,
off.
though.
$1 for an ex-leper.
I think we've
No,
lost
I'm
it.
not giving you a dollar.
There it is.
Okay, the end of all flesh is to come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
What? Destroy them with the earth.
Yeah, he's going to use the earth against them.
Ironically, it's all water, though.
Yeah.
I mean, earth is
Exactly.
Earth is water. It's
Well-
common misconception.
hold on.
Are we using like the pentagram elements where it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender Earth?
I think we are, because in previous chapters, God made it very clear that he that the earth and the water were separate.
Mm. Yeah, because of alchemy or something, right?
All right, so he's saying to destroy the earth. but
this pizza's
he
tasting
can't.
really good right now.
Oh yeah, you're drunk. You'll do that. All right. Make thee an ark of gopher wood.
Just like Ken Ham did in Kentucky.
Why is that so funny?
As
What
all
the hell
good
is
boats
gopher
are
wood?
made of gopher wood.
What is gopher wood?
Don't overthink it.
I still want to. I have to do
That's
it.
where
Anyway,
There is a whole plaque on that at the art.
Is there?
there's a whole plaque on why it's gopher wood. We gotta hear this. What is it?
What gopher wood is, because no one knows. And so they list all these scholarly theories as to what the term gopher wood meant. And the one that they settle on is that it actually just refers to like finished wood. It's not a specific type of wood.
Gopher means like a finish, like a.
Yeah, supposedly.
Okay.
But that it's it's Ken Ham's plaque, so that's just one they picked. All of these so quote unquote scholarly opinions, and so you like I've never really done a research to see what the actual consensus is of like non-crazy scholars.
Well, that's some really good historical science there.
Yeah.
It sounds like what you're saying is that gopher wood actually means stainless steel girders and rivets and up to OSHA
Oh,
standards.
definitely. I mean, that's how I interpret gopher wood to mean, all of that kind of stuff.
No, remember it's aliens. So
All
it's
right.
always aliens. So it's
Magic
Yeah.
gopher wood.
I think you guys are forgetting something.
And God just made plastic for him, and so they just called it gopher wood because it's like, oh, it's a weird wood. It's look at
Some kind of gopher wood.
Some kind of gopher wood.
Yeah.
Guys, just so we're all clear, since I grabbed a Mountain Dew and it's green, look at it.
Oh man,
Ooh,
that's a cool Mountain Dew.
that's the best Mountain Dew I've ever seen.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Product placement. There you go.
Excelente. So back to gopher wood.
Back to gopher wood.
I'm gonna say that gopher wood is either finished wood, steel, aliens, or magic. But that's not. We're good. We're good.
Wait, what if it's...
I'm very certain that it's one of those.
What if it's steel, alien, magic?
No, you know what I think it is?
Well-
I'm much more certain that since the Bible is supposed to be read literally,
Mm.
and it is inerrant,
Mm-hmm.
that it must be a kind of wood that's, like pressed wood. Like pressed wood is like, sawdust pressed into
They
wood.
pressed gophers.
Gophers. It has to be smashed gophers.
Wood made from gopher.
Wood. Yes, wood made from gophers. And since God's going to kill all the gophers anyway, like,
Yeah.
depending on when or not.
Yeah.
I would like to see a boat.
Murder like hundreds of thousands of gophers.
Right. I would like to see a boat made of that. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'd ride that
And that's
boat.
why his t-shirt has hammers on it. Those are gopher smashing hammers.
Those are gopher smashing hammers.
Gopher
I
smashing,
think-
yes.
I think The Simpsons
Now
had,
it all makes
something
sense.
like
And
that.
they could do music like just like in
Whack-a-mole.
the
Monty Python organ.
where yeah, where the guy is smashing
That's fantastic.
make music and then the audience gets outraged and changes
I think it was cats. I think that was cats again.
I think it was originally mice.
Ah,
And I think he was beating out three blind mice was the tune.
gotcha. I really didn't think we'd make Mickey morph sense out of the Bible through this format, but it seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah. Gopher wood. We have solved the mystery of gopher wood.
That's right.
Take the Bible literally. Take it literally.
That's what I
Christians are
like.
quoting us on plaques now.
This book is so vague that you could interpret pretty much whatever you want a couple times through. You could mull through this 4 or 5 times and get something totally different.
No.
Yeah!
Like everything
There's
is
only
still
one interpretation.
light. Everything is
As far as
still
we know,
light.
everything is still light, guys.
Oh my god, Christian.
I really know what
He
gopher
said
wood
it.
is. We've got it all wrong. We're overthinking it. Like smashing gophers. Come on, that can't make wood. So clearly, like in this evil time,
Oh, yeah.
gopher boners were like indestructible or something. Like, and so they would just get the gopher's heart and then cut off penises, and then you've got gopher penises. It's the boat made out of hardened gopher penis.
How did we get here?
Gopher wood.
Look, guys, I don't want to be that part of the internet. You know what I mean?
Well, too bad.
The
Chris.
one where you accidentally click on something and go, how did I get here?
Oh, shit.
Next on X Hamster, it's gopher penis.
Watch it. Miraculously turn into a ship that carries.
We got a comment, guys.
Oh,
what's the comment?
Rumor has it Moses and the Israelites were high on
We're
shrooms
totally
when they
starting a
wrote
new
the
religion
Bible.
as we speak.
Oh, yeah. So rumor has it that Moses and the Israelites were high on shrooms when they wrote the Bible. What do you guys think?
Like in Food of the Gods by Clarence. No, not Clarence. Terrence McKenna.
Yeah,
Terrence McKenna. Yeah. Stoned ape theory.
Yeah.
Yep.
we brought that up last time.
Did we?
Oh yeah, drunkie, we sure did. All right, we gotta get going. I'm not feeling it anymore.
All right.
And this alcohol's not gonna consume itself.
Yep.
Actually, I actually have to go. I have to go literally.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fair enough.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Coming. So I do have to bail. But yeah, don't get too drunk, guys.
No promises.
Check out the thing later. You'll see how it goes. But thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, thanks,
for
dude.
coming in.
See you, Rick.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
I'll see you in Milwaukee in like a month.
Yeah, guys, really don't get too drunk because then the Bible might start making sense.
You
We'll
want
all
that?
be
Don't
Christians
want
by
that.
the end of this.
Yes, we will.
Oh yeah.
Or at least Jews.
Yeah. The best Jews. Okay.
Ooh, excuse me.
Go for wood.
I would say bless you, but this is an atheist channel.
Right.
Okay. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of.
That's so redundant. Oh my god.
Hold on.
The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits.
So, what do you mean by
More
pitch?
of it.
Pitch, that's got to be some kind of finish. Right?
Pitch is like, okay,
That's-
pitch is an
pitch is
oily,
like
resiny stuff that you can find in the ground, right?
It's
Like,
tar.
it's like
basically
tar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, pitch is
Gotcha.
that. And
Yeah.
I think it can make things watertight,
Yep. That's just science.
Mm-hmm.
but that's probably, they would need that to make sure that their massive, stupid wooden ship that was completely unstable would be watertight, because it was never going to be watertight.
Yeah.
It's too
Exactly.
big. It's too big. The water will creak and move. It needs to have something in between it. Pitch would work.
A window shalt thou make to the ark, and in
Just
a
one
cubit.
now.
Just one.
Yeah, just one. In a cubit shalt thou finish it above, and the door of the ark shalt thou set in the sides thereof, with lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. So this goes 3 stories down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
And I think if Richard were here,
And held together with pitch and gopher wood and one window.
you got a cat on your screen there.
We sure do. Come here, monkey.
You know-
Come here, monkey butt.
Aww.
Yeah, this is Khaleesi. Hello.
You know, the interesting thing about one window is that in Sumerian mythology, they actually have the same thing. They have this flood, and this guy builds a ship, and there's one window.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe
Yeah.
there actually was a ship with one window at one point.
No, because the Egyptians didn't mention it at all.
Oh, so there was
And or
never
the
a ship with
Akkadians,
only
or the
one window.
Babylonians, or I wanted to do a quick count of how many flood myth stories there were before we did this show, and I missed it. But this story is like the 6th or 7th in line from Mesopotamian flood myth stories.
Yeah, that's... Well, yeah, there must have been some water somewhere at one point.
Somewhere
I
at
guess.
one point
Well, I
there
mean,
was water.
This is a we're talking about living on a floodplain. You know, the Tigris
Yeah.
and Euphrates. They had floods all the damn time.
Yeah. Alright, so all these cubits. Behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life, from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die.
Wow.
So,
So he just makes this rash decision to just kill everything.
Yeah.
I think that
Best idea.
I think it was more than a flood, though. It had to be, because
Fish.
everything in the earth died under the water. Anything underwater is dead. So, like, what is it? Like, basic water?
This
Radioactive
falls under
water?
we're overthinking it again.
But, like, you gotta do it, man.
I think this is actually a really important question.
That the Bible is just a sequel to the Fallout games?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a really important question. Was the water that he flooded it with salt water or fresh water?
Oh, salt water, obviously.
That's the question of the century.
Clearly it was heavenly magic water that does whatever he wanted it to do.
Well, remember, God cursed the ground of the earth. So it's all cursed earth, whatever it is, with
Right.
the water. So it's all bad. Everything about that's just bad.
So he cursed
magic,
it.
woo-woo bad.
So he cursed it, and then he was mad that it was bad.
Yeah.
This is like, oh man, I cursed this place and it sucks. How come that happened?
Just have no idea what happened
That's a
there.
dad talk.
Alright. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. And every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort, shalt thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female. Of the fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, 2 of every sort shall come into thee, and to keep them alive. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. So he's got to get all of the animals and all the
This should
food.
work out just fine. This should work out just fine.
Yeah. Oh no. Thus did Noah, according to all that God
Drink.
drank.
That's good old God.
Commanded him, so did he.
So the interesting thing here that I want to point out is that he uses the words sort and kind.
Well, it's kind of like how we do things, right? In modern time, like you've got the classification, then you got the subclassification.
Okay, so is kind
Yeah, it's all
the-
very, very scientific.
Yeah.
so is kind the species, and then sort is a subspecies?
Sort. It's kind of that. It's sort of that.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It's sort of, kind of.
All right, so here's how it goes. It's very specific. It starts with kinds, which are like kingdoms. And then it's like the genus, which is some sort. And then it's like the phylum, which is
phylum.
a kind of thing. It's a kind of thing. No, for religious scholars, it's a kind of thing.
You know, hold
and
on.
then, hold on, it gets more specific than that.
Right. I just want to point out here that King Crocoduck, actually, when he was talking to Ray Comfort, he asked him to define a kind, and Ray Comfort gave this weird definition of, like, it was species, basically. And then when
And then he handed him a banana.
then when KC actually pressured him on it,
Uh-huh.
Ray was very. He kind of expanded the definition from kind to species to like exact
Genus, phylum,
genus. Yeah, like
whatever.
he made it really big.
If
And
any of you
it was
guys
very interesting.
in the comments know the 7 types of classification for biological species, feel free.
Kingdom, phylum, order,
Class, clade,
family, class, class, family. Let me see.
class, family, clade.
Order. Is order in there?
Family, class,
Order.
order,
Genus.
family,
Genus, yes.
Genus.
There is species. in
Yeah,
there.
there you go. He got it. There we are.
I think sorts and kinds is a lot easier.
Yeah,
to
sorts
get.
and kinds. Sorts and kinds. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should just go with that. That's just so much easier.
Yeah, now there isn't any confusion or overlapping. We are all happy.
None at
hooray!
Hooray!
Yay! All right.
Thanks, religion.
We gotta get on to chapter 7 eventually. So, and the Lord.
Oh no.
Oh.
And the Lord.
Said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean...
Not like every other single living person.
Yeah, no, everyone else is evil. Just pure evil.
I want to
It's really the embodiment of it.
Yeah.
I really want to see what kind of world that would be, where literally everyone but like a guy and his family was evil. That's pretty extreme, don't you think? Is that like Sin City XD or whatever? You know, some expansion that's even more
according to Rush
controversial?
According to Rush Limbaugh, the Trump family is the only good family.
Oh my.
Ah.
Oh my.
I believe
That's
it.
I believe
that's
it.
a whole different spin on the story.
Sorry guys to interrupt. I've actually got to go, but it was fun hanging out with everybody. I've actually got to go get some food or something so I don't die.
Well, alright.
Alright,
Well, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah,
We'll see you later.
Guys. It was fun being here. I know I didn't talk much, but I just like listening to you guys.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
man.
we'll have you on again another
See you,
time
dude.
then. Thanks, dude.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you guys at the end of the month.
Awesome,
Absolutely.
dude. Yeah, we'll definitely see you at
Alright.
the con.
I'll drink to that.
Woo!
Even though I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't drink anymore.
Hold on. I do want to make it very clear. Or not clear. I just want everybody to know. On September 30th, we have the Myth Information Conference. And we're going to have a lot of big names there. We're going to have a lot of people you may hate, a lot of people you may like. We're going to have Sargon of Akkad, Shoe on Head, Armored Skeptic, Melissa Chen, and we're going to have Thomas Smith
And of course,
interviewing.
the crew
Sargon.
we had on today. David's coming back.
And David,
and
Richard's
Richard's gonna be there.
and
So-
Godless is
Oh,
gonna
David,
be there.
I'm gonna pick you up at the airport. By the way, I'm your ride, just so you know.
Sweet.
Right. And I'm picking up.
I was gonna tell you
on-
over Facebook, but then I was like, I'm streaming. I'll tell him now.
Like I'm gonna remember anything after this.
Well, you can watch it and go, oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this later and hate myself.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, I was so stupid.
I know
I
that's
just had this
exactly.
crazy dream about gopher wood.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta finish
Alright.
up chapter 6 so we can get chapter 7 out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks
Well,
like
We're
we're
on
on.
chapter 7.
We're on chapter 7 now. We just started chapter
Yeah.
7.
Great.
So
Oh,
Did we
no.
really spend all that time
do it.
just
yes,
talking about nothing?
we spent an hour and 2 minutes talking about the first 2 chapters. Yes, we did.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Let us continue.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female.
Beasts that are
Those
not
dirty,
clean.
Dirty feet.
So,
Dirty
Oh, yeah.
beasts.
so
Those
basically,
dirty beasts I
if it's
invented
dirty,
with
if
my
it's
own
clean, I don't care.
Right.
So what do you think
Those
it
must be
meant?
the creeping things.
Yeah, the creepy
Yeah.
things.
Well,
Because
What does it
Dirty
mean
beasts.
for something to be dirty or clean in this instance?
Does it mean straight or gay? But if it says take all the unclean ones,
Where'd you get straight or gay?
wait, no,
Where'd that
because
come from?
no, actually you're right. In this point, in
yeah,
the
where
Bible,
did that come from?
At this point in the Bible, we don't know.
No.
But I'm just saying, from later.
Well, according
readings
to
that come in.
most childhood illustrations of Noah, there's a lot of male lions.
Yeah,
there
there-
are too
the
many
lions.
male lions
The lions are male. That's right. In the one
in a lot of the
illustration.
illustrations. It's not just one. It's a whole bunch of them.
Okay, of fowls of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of the earth. So that's an important distinction. He plans it out in advance that there are going to be more birds than anything else because the birds are going to have to deliver all the seeds around.
Okay.
Right. See? Science.
Science. And,
Obviously.
well, we all know that's actually how gardening works. We just wait for the stork to come by and drop new seeds into the ground for us.
Yeah.
For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth.
All right, so I know they don't. Do they mention the specifics of how deep the water gets?
I don't know, actually.
But
Pretty deep.
pretty deep.
Things die.
I will say that
It covers all the mountains of the earth, does it not?
Right. So yeah, no, under flood conditions, which is like 5 to 10 inches of rain per hour. It's a lot. It's quite a lot of rain.
I don't know the exact flood conditions.
I'm guessing through my meteorological studies.
He had one class on meteorology.
Several. Don't make him seem like I'm a noob. I'm an intermediate. Strict.
Yes.
Anyways.
Not quite a true patrician.
No, not a true patrician yet. But moving on, we're going to say that it could flood the earth in 40 days and 40 nights. Absolutely. It could get almost up to the peaks of some mountains. For sure.
I believe he's going to get into the mechanics a few verses down from here, so we should just keep going.
Okay.
All right. And Noah did according unto all that the Lord commanded him. Drink.
Oh, there's the Lord.
Right, there's Lord.
And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of the waters was upon the earth.
Of course he was.
So this is 100 years then after his triplets are born. Right?
That's a lot of gopher wood, man.
Well, they weren't triplets, actually. They were just 3 sons, because that entire section was really
3
just
sons that he all has when he's 500, because it doesn't say he's any older than that.
That's true. In the phrasing, it could be interpreted as triplets more easily.
Yeah.
And let me just slur that some more.
Triplets more easily.
Let's put a pin in that and continue.
Yeah. So we're at...
and Noah went in, and his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives
Wait,
with him.
his sons and his wives? What?
Sons? Does it say wives or wife?
Wife.
It's
His
just
wife.
wife in this one.
His wife. His sons' wives.
His sons' wives.
So
Wait,
it's
Oh,
him.
and his sons' wives. Yes.
Yeah.
Noah didn't go into his son's wives, though. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
No, they went into the ark.
Not that you know of.
Into the ark. Into the ark. Okay.
Right.
That's better.
So it was Noah and his wife, and then his son and his wives. So, there were, 5 wives? Because there was 8 people, right?
Well, there are 3 children.
Noah, 3
and
sons,
their
3
wives.
children.
So
4
that's
wives.
6, 7, 8. There's
Okay.
8 people.
8
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
That is not enough to repopulate.
No.
You need, at least 500?
Well,
no, you can get down to 110.
We've already
No, but
established
for incest
that
not to be an issue.
we've already
well,
established
at 110 it's better.
that
You'll have some problems, but you'll be able to survive. That was the die-off point of the white rhino, was 110.
we've established that Noah is perfect in his generations.
Right.
Which would mean
If he has
that
perfect genetics,
he has perfect genetics.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Magic.
These guys got another 500 years to keep cranking out more kids, too. So
Yeah, exactly. Clearly he's doing fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just crank enough kids and it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Of clean beasts and beasts that are not clean, and of fowls and of everything that creepeth on the earth, there went in 2 and 2 unto Noah in the ark, the male and the female, as God had commanded to Noah.
Oh, there's a god.
Oh, right.
Life is pain.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Yes, it is. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. So only 7 days pass, and he has already gathered all of the wood and materials necessary. He has already, with presumably just him and his sons.
Gopher wood automatically assembles upon sight.
Yeah.
Obviously,
but
that's the
You
distinction.
look at it, and it's
also, he's gathered 2 of every animal and at least a little bit of all of the kinds of food
Right.
on the planet.
including
And 7 of each bird. 7 of the birds.
Yeah.
7 birds. Can you imagine getting 7 birds, let alone 7 of every bird?
And this is only 7 days that he gives him to do this. This
It
is
could take me all day to get one bird.
To
Right?
be fair, I think think he'd already spent the last 100 years building the ark, and then all this happened. I think. If I remember correctly.
Well, doesn't it give
I
an
think
age?
it's hard to interpret, but
I think it does give an age.
He
in
does.
The past
There is
chapter.
a 100-year gap. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because he was 500 when he did certain things, and this is at a different point. So I think you're right. There's 100 years he has.
But realistically, it wouldn't take 100 years even to do that either, because there's so many kinds and sorts, and
I think the precarious part is that he keeps these animals on a boat for 42 days. Is it
40 days,
40 days, okay.
40 days,
Right,
40
so
nights.
just-
And one window. That's closed.
and one window.
Yeah.
There are oxygen
And
issues.
You don't want any water to
The
get
whole
in,
place
so you have to keep it
it's
closed.
tacked together with pitch. So
Right. So it smells like fumigating tar. That's a
don't
problem.
drop the candle.
Most things don't like tar.
Yeah.
Then there's no oxygen because you have to block everything off with tar, except for that one window. That's not enough circulation for all of those animals that need
nowhere near
oxygen.
enough.
And
This is like the tip of the iceberg in terms of problems. There's no end to the amount of physical issues you would have doing this.
well,
It's funny. I
I'd
love
also
it.
like to point out that
Can you
animals.
imagine the smell of the place?
Oh my god, no, all the
that'd be
feces.
awful.
No. That's a problem. Well, I mean, that ocean better be pretty big because your full-time job is
pretty
shoveling that shit.
I'm pretty sure if the world is flooded, the ocean would be big enough.
No, I know, but like your full-time job would be shoveling shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
For sure.
For sure.
But also, humans and animals haven't spoken since the Garden of Eden, right?
Did they even
We
speak
don't
in
know
the
that.
garden?
Yeah, the snake.
Oh, the
spoke
snake.
to
Other than the
Eve.
snake.
Well,
Yeah,
Adam and
so
Adam and Eve
presumably
spoke.
Humans and animals spoke at one point.
Well, I don't know if it's humans and animals. The only thing we can say, because of Occam's razor, is that snakes spoke at some point. Or did this one day?
I don't think they had razors back then either.
Right.
Of course.
All right.
Echoes.
All right. In the 600th year of Noah's life,
A little lost.
in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened.
Windows.
See, that's where the water's coming from.
So
That's
water's
why
coming-
he needed one window. How else would it open?
Oh, because of the firmament. The firmament
The
separated
firmament.
the waters on the bottom from the waters on the top.
Yep.
And-
Opened up the firmament.
Yep.
That's Kent Hovind's thing, right? Where he thinks that the firmament was literally holding up all the waters, and then I don't know if it broke or if it just opened. I don't know how he interprets it, but he calls it the Hovind theory because it's Kent.
The Hovind
So-
theory. That's adorable.
Yeah, right.
Well, of course he does.
He's like, I am so smart. I am amazing. Let's name this thing after me.
My theory. Yeah. You gotta
See,
be a
I
special
came up
person.
with the idea.
Right.
So I get to name
So
it.
his whole idea was that the firmament opened up or broke, and all this water came crashing down. That's all I remember for now. But he does call
From where
it.
he's been in outer space, apparently.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly. And that's where all the water was. All of
And
outer
where the
space.
firmament is now, we don't know, because, I mean, if that thing came crashing down to Earth, I think we would have noticed.
Yeah, right.
It's the ozone, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting? I forget in which video he does this, but Ray Comfort, in one of his videos, he goes up to people, like college students, people you can obviously tell are stoners. Like, they don't really care. They are kind of out of it during this interview. They're obviously, like, high or something.
Yeah.
He
You're
goes up
talking
to...
to Ray Comfort, yeah.
Right, yeah. He goes up to them and he's like, the world says, the Bible says there was a world flood. And where do you think all that water went? We have so much water because there was this world flood. Doesn't that make sense? And he leads them onto this, and they're like, yeah, that makes sense. Like he's talking to people who don't understand anything about science, really.
So there's this one show that I know we all enjoy that got canceled a while ago called Drawn Together.
That's a good show.
And there's this one lady in it who's one of the main characters. She's a princess. And she's talking to this Catholic guy for about 5 minutes, and then they cut to her again in like a clip, and they go, "Oh, he died for our sins? I could believe that."
Yeah.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite thing. Yeah, I wish that show was still around.
Yeah, right.
Alright, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the selfsame day entered Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth, and the sons of Noah and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, into the ark. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort. Okay, so now we know more about sorts and kinds.
Okay, yeah.
Sorts and kinds.
Every bird.
So he sorted the kinds right here.
No. So the birds are categorized in sorts, while everything else is categorized in kinds.
Oh no, birds are a sort, and fowl is a kind.
Okay.
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
That's as vague as I'm willing to let you get there.
And they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, as God.
Oh, there's the God.
Oh, yep.
Had commanded him, and the Lord.
Oh no, I saw this coming.
So glad I switched to beer.
I wish I had, but I hate beer. It kills me worse than this.
And you call yourself a Milwaukee atheist.
You know
I
what-
could drink straight liquor for like an hour.
You know what I should have gotten? I should have gotten Modelo's.
You're right, I like Modelo's.
Modelo's is the beer that people
who don't like beer like.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right, it's true.
This episode's sponsored by Modelo.
we wish. Please do sponsor us, Modelo's. I'll drink you more then.
Obviously. I would too.
We'll play this drinking game every episode if we get sponsored by Modelo's. We promise.
You gotta stay on target.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's right. Says drunk guy.
They and every beast after his kind. Yeah. And every beast and all their kinds, and every bird of every sort, where is the breath of. And they went into Noah and God, and the Lord shut them in.
And
the flood was 40 days upon
the earth.
And the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted above the earth.
Wait, hold on. Was the ark lifted above the earth?
Hold on. They had a fucking spaceship?
Let's read that one more time.
Slow down.
It's just floating.
The
It's just
flood
floating.
was
That's all.
40 days upon the earth.
Right.
And the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth.
Okay, so it looks
Got
like
it.
ark. Ark
Got
is
it.
nothing above the earth.
Floating on the water
Don't overthink it.
above the ground. When they say earth, they mean earth, the dirt, more than they mean earth.
Right, the planet.
Planet,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Exactly.
Or that the ark passed through the firmament and.
Well, the
entered
firmament-
Yeah,
into
if you
the
really
The
want to look
firmament-
into this, then it could be whatever.
The
but
firmament is either completely gone, or it just opened.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
So the waters flooded so high, he went into space.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. We're definitely overthinking it. Because we know medieval rabbis measured the circumference of the firmament and how thick it was and how many years it would be. So we know it was clearly around then and was a real thing and was totally not made up.
I wonder if
That helps
we're
so much,
suffering
thank
from
you.
global firmament change.
Global firmament
Global
change.
firmament change. All right, we're almost done, aren't we? We're up here now.
Chris,
Yeah.
viewers.
I think we've got 6 people watching right now, so
Check
we're
it.
kind of winding
Scroll down.
down.
Yeah,
Yep.
we have 6.
So let's
Send
let-
super chats, guys.
Send super chats, guys.
Send super chats.
We
We're on
appreciate all donations,
And-
just as we appreciate all 2,000 something of our subscribers.
Yes.
Something around 50. Woo!
Yeah.
2050. Growing by almost 50, 500 a month, something like that. Looks like.
Well, last month it was like 450,
Yeah.
or like in the past 30 days.
We only
Yeah.
we only
It's
got a
been
little
crazy.
bit
And
left.
the waters prevailed, and were increased greatly upon the earth. And the ark went upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered. How big is a cubit?
How tall was the ark?
Cubits this much. This much.
Yeah, from
Oh, okay.
your forearm to the tip
It's
of your
30
index
cubits
or your
tall.
middle finger.
It's 30 cubits
Okay.
tall.
So depending on whose elbow we're talking about, that's how many cubits it was.
Okay.
Tall it was.
15 cubits upward. Okay.
So what is that, like a foot and 3/4 or something?
No, that's taller than 15 cubits.
No, I'm saying a cubit is a foot and a 3/4 almost, like almost
There-
2 feet.
There to there. Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Well,
2
that's the funny thing. It depends on whose elbow you're using, an arm
That's
you're
true.
using,
And we
a
should-
cubit. So it's almost as if there is no standard for cubits, and really we shouldn't use it.
Well, we should.
I mean, I agree with
We
that.
should also
Yeah.
keep in
Yeah.
mind that at this point there are giants on the
Right.
earth.
There are
There are
giants,
giants
of course.
on the earth, so
Of
a
course.
cubit. I found some funny measurements for what a cubit could be in 1 or 2 bits of research I saw for when I looked it up. It was like either between a foot and a quarter or 12 feet. Okay, that's like that's not a
We
reasonable.
thought it to magnets.
Yeah, you could be using a giant cubit.
Like 15
And
of
don't
those
get
have
started on
covered
fifth
Everest.
cubit.
You know, when they say cubit, they're like, oh yeah, the Statue of Liberty's arm is a cubit. No, any measurement of any large person's arm would throw you off. So it needs
Here's
to be.
something. What was the tallest mountain in that area at the time?
Oh man, that's a good point.
Probably. Well, they're going to say Mount Ararat, I imagine. But
Yeah,
That
they,
makes
they didn't
sense.
know about Nepal and all that Himalayan business.
Right.
yeah.
Here's my question: who went out of the ark and measured the cubits? Of how much higher it was than the highest mountain at the time?
You know,
Wow.
I'm
How did
gonna
they do
think.
that?
I'm gonna say God. God did it.
God did it.
Yeah.
No, you see Noah tied like a little weight onto a
Or,
fishing line.
or it was a time traveler with a phone booth who was like, that guy's arm right there, and then left.
Yeah. All right, we're almost done here.
All right, home stretch, bring it home.
Alright. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl, and of cattle, and of beast, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. All
The end. Yay!
The
There's
end.
more?
And now we can just close this book and never look at it again.
All in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died. And every living substance was destroyed, on which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle and creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days.
So it took a while for the flood to evaporate,
Yeah.
Dissipate.
dissipate.
Yeah.
Good word.
Yeah. Woo! And that's
We did it, guys! Congratulations
Did
to
it.
those of whom who were with us the whole time. Thank you for making
we
it through it.
survived.
Cheers.
For your accomplishment, we'd like to congratulate you by drinking what's left of my alcohol. And we're having another stream tomorrow, don't forget that.
Yes, we are.
Atheist Sunday School.
So, this is Atheist Saturday School. It's a bit of an off thing, but
Well,
it's
this
a
is
special...
the Jewish Sunday
This is
School.
the Jewish Sunday School, that's right.
Right?
Oh, wait. Don't Seventh-day Adventists do it on Saturday too?
I think they do it whenever they feel like it.
I know that some
I know,
Catholic
yeah.
churches do it on Saturday too, Polish particularly. They like to do it
Yeah.
then. But David, thanks again for sticking in with us, buddy.
Thank you guys, and I'll see you like in a month from now.
That's right, man. I'll see you at the airport. All
All right.
Speaking of which, if you are a fan of the channel, be sure to check out MythCon. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be running a booth. We're gonna be selling
David, we got
t-shirts.
We got t-shirts.
Yeah.
We got note cards. You know, the little
Note
things
cards. They're
you hand
business
out.
cards.
They're called business cards, but I call them note cards because I'm drunk. And and we got a new banner and stuff, so it's gonna be great.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Did you say Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. of course.
Absolutely. We'll bring a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh
They're
cards.
collectible Milwaukee Atheist Yu-Gi-Oh cards with the anti-gods.
The anti-god cards.
The anti-god cards. All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks
I'm still
everybody.
there. I'm still there. All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you then.
All right. Thanks
We'll see you
again.
guys.
Good talking.
Live
It's a
long
fun
and
analysis.
prosper.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
And to everybody else watching, make sure to check us out on Patreon, Facebook, Twitter. What else am I probably missing?
Like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate all of you who have subscribed to the channel.
Definitely.
And the rest of you who haven't subscribed
I still
to
haven't
the channel.
drank this.
Well, all you need to do is really subscribe to the channel and then we'll appreciate you.
Listen.
So, great.
I got drunk. You should subscribe.
Yeah.
So we can see that animation I made during the live streaming event. When people subscribe during the live stream
You know what's
event.
interesting? We got a subscriber, but we didn't hear a ping.
That's weird.
I think that's because they probably subscribed through through either a channel, through our channel, or a different video.
Weird.
Maybe-
I don't know what the triggers are. I swear that any subscriber.
This has got to be the most entertaining conversation for our audience.
That's
Definitely,
right.
talking about
Definitely.
analytics and shit.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
talk about this another time. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't believe I'm coherent.
Am I coherent? I have
Oh,
no
hell
idea.
yeah, you're coherent. I don't know how you're coherent. But
Weird.
more importantly, thank you again, and we're going to sign off.
Yes,
May
we
the
are.
force be with you.
We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Don't forget, do all those things Ruben mentioned. See you later.